Welcome to Functions and Graphs Made Easy for the SAT. Functions are one of the most important topics on the SAT Math section. You will see questions about function notation, evaluating functions, interpreting graphs, domain and range, and comparing functions. The good news is, once you understand the patterns, these questions become some of the easiest points on the test. In this lesson, we will walk through everything step by step. Let us begin. Part 1. What is a function? A function is a rule that takes an input and gives exactly one output. Think of it like a machine. Input goes in, a rule is applied, and an output comes out. Here is a simple example. Let f of x equal 2x plus 3. If you input 4, then f of 4 equals 2 times 4 plus 3, which equals 11. Part 2. Function notation. Remember that f of x means the value of the function when the input is x. It does not mean multiplication. Example 1. If f of x equals x squared minus 1, find f of 5. Substitute 5 for x. That gives 5 squared minus 1, which equals 24. Example 2. Find f of negative 2. Use parentheses for negative numbers. Negative 2 squared is 4. Then 4 minus 1 equals 3. Part 3. Composite functions. You may see f of g of x. This means evaluate the inside function first, then plug that result into the outside function. Example, let f of x equal 2x plus 1 and g of x equal x squared. Find f of g of 3. First, g of 3 equals 9. Then f of 9 equals 2 times 9 plus 1, which equals 19. One more composite example. Let f of x equal x minus 4 and g of x equal 3x. Find f of g of 2. First, g of 2 is 6. Then f of 6 is 6 minus 4, which equals 2. Part 4. Finding x from a function value. If f of x equals 3x minus 4, find x if f of x equals 11. Set the expression equal to 11 and solve for x. Here is another quick one. If f of x equals 2x plus 7, find x if f of x equals 1. Set 2x plus 7 equal to 1. Then 2x equals negative 6, so x equals negative 3. Part 5. Graph interpretation. On the SAT, graphs represent functions visually. Points on the graph are written as x comma y, which means f of x equals y. If the graph contains the point 3 comma 7, then f of 3 equals 7. This is a direct reading from the graph. The x-intercept is where the graph crosses the x-axis. At that point, the y value is 0. The y-intercept is where the graph crosses the y-axis. At that point, the x value is 0. Part 6. Domain and range. The domain is all possible x values. The range is all possible y values. Consider f of x equals the square root of x minus 2. Because you cannot take the square root of a negative number, x minus 2 must be at least 0. So x must be greater than or equal to 2. Here is the graph of the square root function shifted right. Notice how the graph starts at x equals 2 and then continues to the right. That visual matches the domain we found. One more quick domain example. If f of x equals 1 over x minus 3, then x cannot equal 3, because that would make the denominator 0. So the domain is all real numbers except 3. Part 7. Comparing functions. The SAT may give one function as an equation and another as a table or graph. For example, function a is f of x equals 2x plus 5. Function b is given in a table. Which function has the greater value when x equals 4? Evaluate function a at x equals 4. That gives 2 times 4 plus 5, which equals 13. From the table, function b at x equals 4 is 14. So function b is greater at x equals 4. Part 8. Common function mistakes. Do not treat f of x as multiplication. Always use parentheses for negatives. In composite functions, do the inside function first. And do not confuse domain with range. Part 9. SAT speed strategies. First, substitute carefully. Second, use parentheses. Third, read graph coordinates directly. Fourth, for domain questions, ask what x values are allowed. Today you learned function notation, evaluating functions, composite functions, graph interpretation, domain and range, and comparing functions. Mastering functions will make a huge difference in your SAT score. In the next video, we will cover exponential growth and decay problems made simple. Follow for more SAT math lessons, shortcuts, and test strategies.